Okay.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that. Oh yeah. Oh, welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. This is Nerd, where bullies are the bullies, and I'm something. Fuck it up. We don't do takes. We just gonna keep going. I'm your host, Leroy. AKA I remember 2023 like it was yesterday. With my co-host.
This is Eli, aka Ewok Soap.
There you go. That means, is that like a prison scene in Star Wars? Like, don't drop soap?
Deleted, yeah. It could be, yeah.
Could be. Hey.
I'm just a fan of Ewoks that I had the soap.
I didn't know that was a thing, but okay. Yeah, and we're back with the episode. Yes, this is the first episode of 2024. This is the episode we have been planning for a month, and everything keeps going wrong. I get sick because I went to a Christmas party orgy, so we couldn't do it then. We couldn't do it yesterday because the entire city of Jackson's internet went out all at the same time. Like, hey, what the fuck? Had everything planned. I had a bit. Eli knows the bit I had going because he's on the West Coast. I'm here, so I was gonna be in 2024 before he got in 2024. So I was gonna do like the whole thing about how I'm in the future and he's in the past, and I was gonna show him all the things that happened in 2024, like Jonathan Major becomes, the highest grossing act on Tubi with some shit, but we can't do that. So fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, it was gonna be our multiverse episode because that's the thing these days. You got to do a multiverse.
You got to do a multiverse. I had the whole thing planned. They fucked it up. We can't have that again. We can never.
Yeah, we're gonna have Iron Man and Batman and
Goku, everybody, man. Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm here, Eli's here, and also shout out to the AI because eventually they are going to be the ones running this show, not us. So
yeah. By next year, we that's all. It's just going to be AI.
The algorithm bullies. That's what we're going to be. That's it. Let's see who we got. Here. Jacob, first show of the year.
Look at this. Chicky Poo in the house.
Of course, he was going to be here. He is our ride or die. Let's see what else we got here. Damn, and get invited to the Christmas party. Oh, next year, Jake, I will put you on the list for the Christmas orgy. So,
you're gonna get sick, man. You're gonna get sick
because it took me out. It wasn't COVID, but
he wasn't masking up.
I wasn't masking up. I might have got pregnant, but I did have COVID. So let's go on right now. Speaking of, let's go ahead and start the year off right because the very first thing that happened this year, since this segment was so popular last time, Eli, I'm bringing it back. Martha Stewart posted another thirst trap. I should have blew it.
That's Martha Stewart?
Yeah, she got you. She got you, Eli. She got you.
Well, it's my glasses. I thought it was like Kardashian or somebody.
She got you because granny porn was so popular on the last year's episode, so I decided to bring it back. So yeah. So like I said, Snoops, I'm telling you.
Put that back. I'll put my glasses on now.
There we go. Okay. This show has everything. So we start 2024 off right. Hold on. Because some people thought that was like some kind of. Now remember, Martha Stewart used to be a model back in the 60s. Like,
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, like that Sydney Sweeney chick and shit like that. That's what she looked like 60 years ago. So there you go. So if you're searching for it, you're looking for this type of content, the term
if you're into Judge Judy, yeah.
Right. The term is called octogenarian. That's what it's called. If you look it up, you'll know what I mean. Anyway, I just fucked up everybody's algorithm now. Yeah, but that's all we got. So like I said, what we're doing this year, we are doing, since it's the first episode of 2024, we've been playing this for a month. We are doing the top 10 movies of 2023. Now, when I say top 10 movies, I mean our top 10 movies of 2023.
Yeah.
Not your top 10 movies.
My favorite movie.
Eli's top 10 movies of 2023. So if you don't like his list, you can kiss his ass. Eli, and tell him Eli said that.
And get sick from it. Yeah.
Oh man, so that's going on right now. So like I said, we come back, we got a full episode going, and also what's going on. Oh, like I said, if you know my taste, you know Eli's taste, you know what our list normally consists of. My list is going to take pretty much all comic book movies, superhero movies, and Eli's going to be horror movies, and that's the list, and that's it. But there was a problem in 2023. I don't think there was 10 superhero movies that came out this year, and I don't think there was 10 horror movies that came out this year. So it's impossible for us to, stick to formula. I think.
Mhm.
I don't know. Now, maybe, Eli, you can pull some shit out your ass. I don't know. I know you got Shudder, so I don't know what you're going to do, but
yeah, I mean, there was some horror. There are some horror on my list. Yeah. Because that's the thing is I didn't watch. There's a bunch of shit I didn't see. I didn't see Barbie. I didn't see Barbenheimer or Barbenheimer. I didn't see that.
Barbenheimer.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the Scorsese flick. I mean, all these movies that are making all the Oscar lists.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I'm gonna say. You didn't see. So just letting everybody know, Killers of the Flower Moon is not on either of our lists. So
yeah, I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, I don't know if Eli's gonna get in trouble for not watching that movie. I don't know.
Yeah, no. There's been discussions. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah.
Okay.
But
so
yeah, I mean, I got
sent before some kind of Supreme Court or some shit like why you
for not representing. Yeah, I'm selling out. I'm an Apple and all that shit.
Hey, don't feel bad, man. I didn't see Color Purple, so we both getting kicked out. So it's like, before we start, how much do you know about Color Purple? Before we get to it,
I thought the Color Purple was cool. I that was like saw the right before COVID hit. I went and saw the anniversary. It was like the last movie I saw in the theater before COVID.
So you've seen Color Purple recently? Because a lot of people haven't seen Color Purple recently and don't know what Color Purple is about.
Yeah, I've seen Color Purple a bunch of times. Yes, I know Color Purple.
Okay, so for those that haven't seen Color Purple, I'm just break down Color Purple for you in a nutshell, based in a sentence. It's based about black women get treated like shit by black men so much they become lesbians. The end. That's it.
I suppose.
Tell me I'm
sure,
wrong.
That's essentially what happens. I mean,
that's the story.
The movie, the one with Whoopi Goldberg kind of glosses over it.
Yeah.
But I know in the book, I guess in the book, it really goes hard in the book.
It goes hard in the book. Matter of fact, the whole town of women leave to become lesbians. They just sort of start a lestopia. And that's it. Leave in. The men suck.
Hey, there you go, man. Shout out to Color Purple.
Now,
so what's up? Are people freaking out now or something? Everybody forgot that, or
because the new movie has lesbian scenes in it, so now they think it's woke. Okay, first off, leave that term in 2023. Do not bring that shit in 2024 because everybody loves you that term, but nobody can tell me what the term means. You just use it whenever you feel like using it. So don't use that shit anymore. There you go.
And cringe. I'm getting sick of that word too. Cringe. Fuck that word too.
Yeah, all that shit. Stop. Leave that shit. And another word, narcissist. Stop using narcissist. I don't know y'all learned that shit last year. Stop using narcissist. We use another word. So that's my thing right there. So anyway, can we get to what we talk about in the show?
Yeah,
we get sidetracked. Okay. Because people don't want to hear us talk about lesbian Color Purple. We don't want to talk about the actual what happened this year. They came to this show for granny porn. That's what they came for. So.
We'll do our best. Yeah,
we'll do our best. Okay, so Eli, how we want to do this? Are you now? First off, do you have a top 10? You do have a top 10.
I got a top 10 movies. Yeah,
you got a top 10.
You stretched. Okay. It was hard because you stretched it to 10. I could easily do 5, but I really had to think about 10 because, like I said, I didn't see a bunch of shit. So,
gotcha. Okay.
I really had to stretch my 10 to 10. So,
okay. They toned down the lesbian shit in it, Jake. So don't think you go in here saying, I don't know what. I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna say. We might get banned, but anyway, because I had a thought, but I'm like, don't say that. Don't say that. Anyway, should I go? Let me.
Me too. That's why I'm not saying nothing either.
Hey, we've both been kicked out. You didn't see Flowers of the Killer Moon. I didn't see Color Purple. We've both been kicked out. We've both been canceled. So there you go. All right, let me go first. I'm going first. So I'm starting with the top 10 movies. Now, like I said, I redid my top 10 list twice today. So my number 10 movie. My number 10 movie. Here's what I got. Hold on, let me set the suspense. Bam! There you go. Okay, so my top 10 movie is drumroll, please. Megan.
No shit. Yeah. This is an honorable mention. This is an honorable mention.
Okay. Now the reason I put this in because most people forgot this movie existed. Most people but remember for like a hot second, this movie was a thing. This movie was everywhere. This movie was meme. This movie was gift. This movie was, and then it just went away. That's it. So
because it came out like in January or something.
It came out a year ago. Yeah, and matter of fact, I had to do some research to see did it come out in January? Did it come out in like 2022?
December 28th or something?
Yeah, and it was like no, it was like January 5th. I'm like, I could put make it on the list. Okay, because like I said, we already reviewed Megan. Go check one of our oldest shows, and you will see our review of it. You want to see us go into detail about it. But I just want to briefly say that, okay, if you want to look at it and say on face value it's a Child's Play ripoff, you can say that. But I think it's deeper than that. I think it's doing its own thing. I don't think it's ripping off Child's Play. I don't think it's doing a Child's Play thing. I think it's its own thing. You know, that's me.
Yeah. I mean, there was definitely going to be a Child's Play comparison.
I know that dance, Jake, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. There's that at Universal Studios, the Halloween Horror Nights. They had like the Megan flash mob, which I like became like obsessed with a few months ago.
I didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
Yeah, on TikTok, there's like all these videos of the Megan flash mob at Universal Studios, and it was like for me it was my Wednesday dance. Like
it was like that and Wednesday they were battling each other, but
I love the dance that they did, you know, to that song, and I was rocking that song, you know, walk the night, gotta walk the night, or whatever that song goes. But no, if I had a horror list, like top 10 horror, Megan would have made it because it was fun,
right? But I get why you wouldn't put it on there, or why you struggle to think it was on it, because I think putting Megan in the horror category, I think it undersells the movie. I mean, it had horror elements in it, but like the first half of the movie, it was just a straight up science fiction movie. It eventually turned to a horror movie because that's what you expect. But I think at the beginning of it, it was like a science fiction movie that was talking about, you know, addiction, parenting, technology, how it could, you know, corrupt society, AI, capitalism. It's got a lot of themes going on in the movie, but eventually it turns to a slash fic towards the end because that's what you expect for this movie to turn into. You want to see a killer robot? She becomes a killer robot. So yeah, but I think it deals with a lot of stuff that it elevates it past what you think it might be when you just see dancing memes and shit. That's why I like okay, top 10, it deserves to be on top 10. So
yeah. I mean, it just judging by the trailer, it looked kind of campy and dumb and, you know, just stupid fun, and that's what I got. So it you know, it wasn't a masterpiece, but it knew what it was and it did it well, you know. So I had a good time with Nick. So it is on my honorable mention. Nice.
Okay. All right. So it's up to you now.
Okay, my number 10 spot, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Nice. Okay. I didn't even think this was gonna make your list.
No, I like these movies. I like the Miles verse. I like Miles as a character. I love the first one. Like I still watch the first one a lot. You know, the reason why this is so far down on my list is because, well, first off, it was a little long. I felt it didn't need to be that long, and I want it to be more about Miles. You know, I felt like halfway through the movie, or maybe the last hour, it became Miles' story. You know, like the first half of the movie was all about the other spider people, and then it became Miles' story. You know, and then it kind of ended like that's where you're gonna end. Right when I was like, okay, that's where you're ending it, though. So I was a little disappointed that's where they ended it, but I still love the movie.
Bait. I mean, I was like, come on.
Yeah. I still love the movie. I still love that animation style. I love all the characters. It's just I want a Miles movie. I want Miles to be the star of his own movie, you know. And I feel like this is my thing with like I said, the multiverse. That's like a thing now. That's the trend now. We got to shove everybody in every comic book movie. And so for the first half of the movie, I was like, let's get to Miles. I don't mind Gwen, but then shoving 1,000 other Spider-Man into the
like
fucking
Spider
movie.
Horse? The car, Peter Park's car,
or Spider Horse, or Spidersaurus and shit. Yeah, I mean, it's cool and flashy, and that's so cool, and remember this, and you know, but you know, when it comes down to it, I want a cool story instead of all the pizzazz and razzmatazz. You know, I want to be engaged, and so yeah, I mean, I like the movie. I just wish it was more about Miles. So, you know, so that's it. But I did like it enough where it made my list. So number 10.
Actually, I was not expecting that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's on me now. Okay, number 9. Let's go. The number 9 I'm going to put on here is, I don't even know what this is. What is this? Oh, cool. Okay, John Wick Chapter 4. Put that on here.
Another honorable mention for me.
Another honorable mention. Yeah, you actually saw this and reviewed this. I didn't see this when it came out. I saw it on Stars when it came out.
Yeah.
But you know what? And my thing about this, it's like a mixed bag. I didn't know if I wanted to put John Wick on here or not, because the thing is, it's damn near a 3-hour movie.
Yeah,
John Wick movies don't need to be 3 hours. That's one thing
yeah.
right there. And
that's my thing. What? Yeah.
Right. And another thing about these movies is that when we talk about the Continental, like we saw the first John Wick, we're like, man, I want to talk about the Continental. I want to know more about the Continental. And then when John Wick 4, like half the movie was about the Continental, like, you know what? I don't really care about the Continental. Like, so it's let's let it. But that being said, this movie kicks ass. It was like, it's interesting. Like, even though it was a 3-hour movie, every action scene was awesome. Every action scene kind of built on each other from then to end. And I'm going to go another step further. Honestly, I think John Wick is Keanu Reeves' best role ever. I think that's his defining role. Yeah. You can say Neo and Bill and Ted, whatever like that. I think this is the role where you like, nobody else can do this but him. You know?
Yeah.
And plus, John Wick 4 finally made me understand what these movies are. I never got John Wick. I never got it. I was like, oh, it's just a shooty dude. But the last movie made me understand these movies. And I finally got it. I'm like, these movies are spaghetti westerns. That's all they are.
Yeah. Pretty much. You know.
Yeah, that's all they are. Like, it's spaghetti westerns. No, but there are no good guys. Everybody's bad guys. His car is his horse. That Mustang, when he gets out of it, just like when Clint Eastwood used to get off the horse, it's like he gets out of the car the same way. Plus they wanted like an older grizzled badass to play in these John Wick movies. Keanu Reeves was 50 in the first movie, so he fits that mold. I'm like, oh well, shit. Okay, and then towards the end when they started doing like kind of playing off the Warriors, when you know, good news boppers. I'm like, okay, I can't hate this movie, man. I can't. You know, like, and the action just kept going. And that Stairways battle. Who the one that said the Stairway battle was like a scene from like Stairway to Heaven, or it may not have been you, maybe somebody else.
It's like Greek mythology. That they're the Greek gods fighting on Mount Olympus. You know,
right? Yeah, and that's when I realized, okay, these movies are smarter than people are giving them credit for. You know, it's there. It's there if you want to see it.
I've said that from the get-go. Like John Wick 2, John Wick 3. There's all this religious symbolism, like social sense, commentary. Like this, it's all in there, and they're all just like homages to action movies, the action genre. You know, yes, the homage to the Warriors, the homage to what in John Wick 3, he's riding a horse. Like, you know,
no, it's 4 and 4 and 4. Well, I think he does in both. Yeah, like he opens up riding a horse.
Yeah, so it's like the plot is, you know, who cares? You're just there to watch the ass kicking.
Yeah.
But what I like is like they're still making the action scene. They're still up in the ante. You know, 4 movies in, and they're still like, holy shit, that's brutal. Like that was it the hotel scene or that one room scene where it's like above the camera, you're looking above the whole shootout and shit.
That's like towards the end. Yeah. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, you can't top this. You can't top this at this point.
They're still making action, like, topping themselves. They're still managing to top themselves. So, yeah, it didn't need to be 3 hours, but it was a lot of fun.
We didn't even talk about the best thing about this movie. The best thing about this movie was Donnie Yen.
Oh yeah.
He stole this movie. They're like the blind, another blind warrior, whatever like that. But still, he stole the movie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's all I got. So yeah, John Wick number 9. So all right, what you got?
My number 9 is A Disturbance in the Force.
What is
now? This is a documentary about the making of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
What?
They go in depth about the making of the Star Wars Holiday Special, and it's hilarious.
That George Lucas wanted to make sure nobody ever got a copy.
Yeah. Yeah, and it goes into like he wasn't involved at first, but then after a while, it was getting away from him, and like, you know what, fuck this. And plus, he was making Empire. He was prepping to make Empire, so he was like, fuck it, do whatever. So, you know, he had general like the whole Wookiee family was general. Like he had some ideas at first. But then after a while, I mean, if you watch the documentary, it explains all that. But it basically, they got taken away from him. And they were just basically going to do their own thing. And he was like, fuck this, go ahead. I got another movie to make. You know, so, but it goes into like, you know, the history. What I found really interesting as a Star Wars fan, you know, as an OG Star Wars fan who saw the original movies in the theaters, you know, that time, it goes into that time period. 1977 to 1980, the time between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, before Star Wars became the big mythology that it is. the big juggernaut, before the toys, before all that shit. It was just a movie. And how, movies back then, we didn't have cable TV or streaming or, movie rentals or any of that shit. Movies kind of came and went. And somebody told George Lucas that summer after Star Wars came out, I was like, yo, if you want to remain relevant, if you want people to forget about this shit, you gotta like make the audience still give a shit. So Star Wars shit was popping up in Donnie and Marie, like all these. Richard Pryor had a show.
Was popular time.
Variety shows. Yeah, Cher. They wanted Cher for.
Everybody remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted Cher for the holiday special, but she couldn't make it. But yeah, like Wolfman Jack had a show and Darth Vader was on. Donnie and Marie, Wayne Newton. Bob Hope, the Bob Hope special. Like they had Dancing Stormtrooper. Like it goes into how. They like, we got to keep Star Wars fresh in everybody's mind because there were no merchandise yet. There were no toys. And the mythology wasn't fleshed out and all that. So it's like I said, as a Star Wars fan, it was really interesting and I had a blast. And then it goes into detail of the Star Wars holiday special and every dance number and all, and all the effects. And B. Arthur, who was, remember we were talking about Maude. That's why she got on it, because Maude was was popular at the time. So that's how B. Arthur was like the bartender at Maude's Island. Shit. But so yeah, it was cool. I had a lot of fun with it. I watched it a couple times. It was cool. So number 9 is Disturbance in a Force. So
okay, what do we got here? Okay, I actually got my numbers mixed up, but I'm not even going to worry about it. Just makes it. This is really my number 9, but it's going to be my number 8. So call it what you will. My number 8 is Tetris. Now you knew this was going to be on the list. You knew this was going to be on my list.
I totally forgot about this movie. But yeah,
I know you did. But you knew, well, if you remembered about the movie, you knew it was going to be on my list because I kept talking about the movie, won't shut up about the movie. I watched it. Honestly, I watched the movie on repeat several times. I renewed my Apple TV just to watch this movie. Like I said, it's one of my favorite video game movies of all time. Every time I watch it, I see new stuff on it. Like I started noticing that they're always building blocks in the background to make you remind yourself of Tetris, just in the settings of like, okay, this camera work on it. Plus, like the movie is a true story, as true as it can be, And they decided to make a Cold War spy thriller about Tetris. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Then the whole movie is really almost like not a documentary, but it kind of like a commentary on the Cold War and communism versus capitalism and all stuff like that. And it really shows how Tetris helped end the Cold War. It's like really interesting history. So I recommend everybody watch it. It's an awesome movie. You'll love it. Soundtrack is great. It was the 3rd time I heard Bonnie Tyler's I Need a Hero in a song. It was in Russian. So another song we need to get rid of in 2024. So that's all I got. So yeah, number 8 or 9.
No, that was a good. Yeah, I like that movie. I didn't make my list, but I thought it was a good movie.
Oh, and also it's the Tetris episode that we did was our highest listened to episode on Spotify this year. Well, last year. So
no shit.
People love Tetris for some reason. I don't know. Yeah.
I guess. All right. My number 8 is Talk to Me.
So you saw this.
Now,
okay.
I did see this. Now, normally I'm not into the supernatural ghost story, demon possession movies. That's not my thing. I've said this repeatedly. I find them boring. Just not a fan of that subgenre of horror. Supernatural horror just does nothing for me. However, Talk to Me was a fucking whole lot of fun. I had a blast with this movie. This was really good. Had some solid gore. It was like had some pretty cool scenes, but it was also about what I dug is it showed how like millennials or Gen Z, how they try to like, put everything on the internet, like that whole social media. It's like a comment on social media and shit. So it's basically about these kids. They hold possession parties. They figured out how to get possessed.
Yeah.
And then they start posting,
streaming on TikTok and shit. And
they start filming it on TikTok and posting it online and shit. So I had a blast with it. I didn't think like everyone was like hyping this up like it was the best movie ever. It does have those supernatural tropes that a couple scenes where I'm like, okay, yeah, it's the shit I'm not into, but There was some decent gore and decent kill scenes, and this was just a lot of fun. I didn't think I'd like this movie, and I really dug on it. So,
Nice.
yeah, that's my number 8.
So how did you see it? You just saw, like, was it on some kind of streaming service or what?
I saw it online, or not online. I think I rented it on Vudu or what? Yeah, I think it was on Vudu. That everyone was talking about it, and I was like, you know what? I was bored one night. I'll rent it for $4. Cool. And I watched it, and I was like, hey! And then I told everybody else, like, yo, check this out.
Okay.
And everybody that I told, everybody I told to watch it, they liked it too. So.
Okay, because I've been on the fence, but I was like, but because you're my horror guy, so I'm like, but you haven't talked about it, so I'm like, I don't know if I should watch this movie until you say something. So yeah,
I thought it was good. I had a lot of fun.
Okay, all right. I'm froze up. Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Or you went to John Wick.
I went to John Wick. Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah. There you are.
Shit.
I see you.
You see me? Okay. Am I still frozen? Anything like that? Oh,
no, you're moving. No, man.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm not gonna do a thing. I'm gonna just keep going. Next movie I'm going to put on the list, and I think this is number 7, I think.
Yeah,
okay.
7.
7. Yeah. Okay. Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, that was cool. I like that.
I'm putting Super Mario Brothers on there because, like I said, it was the simplest story you could possibly have, which is what you expect for a Super Mario Brothers movie. They expecting it to just be simple as fuck, But one thing I did like about it is that it was exactly what you expect. Look, it was memorabilia. Everything you expect to see in these movies, it was there. And you know what? It got me. It sold me. Because I grew up watching Mario. I mean, I grew up playing the Mario Brothers games. So everything they did, I remember. I was like, hey, that's the thing. Hey, that's the thing. Plus, the animation was amazing. I love the animation, just the animation style. It doesn't look like the game, but it looks like what you expect the game to look like in your memory. And I'm cool with that. It has some awesome scenes like Mario versus Donkey Kong, Mario teaming up with Donkey Kong to enter the movie. The rainbow scene when they were going through the Rainbow Bridge and everything. I was like, man.
I will go on the record and say that the car chase, Mario Kart chase, is one of the coolest action scees of the year. I will say.
Yes, it is. I was like, yes, this thing is there. It almost feel like Mad Max a little bit, So.
Yeah, well, that's what I said when I watched it. It was like Mad Max and shit. Yeah,
because and the blue shell turtle, and the thing about it was like a little Easter egg in it because there was this one turtle that kept chasing the ass, wouldn't stop, and then the turtle turned into a blue shell. I'm like, there you go, awesome movie, awesome. Yeah, the blue shell in Mario Kart is always that asshole turtle shell that everybody gets away from. So so like I said, that's why it's on the list. Had to be there. So I liked it a lot too. And it was a total trip down memory lane, the whole nostalgia. I do think Chris Pratt's voice didn't fit the character look of Mario, but I dealt with it. Yeah, but I will say that the dinner scene, the family scene where they were sitting down eating dinner. That shit was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off. now I'm glad you said it because yes, Chris Pratt did suck in the movie. Anna Taylor-Joy Johnson, whatever her name is, whatever. Luigi was good, but the MVP of the movie, and this is the reason why I made my top 10, Jack Black. Black is King Koopa.
As Bowser,
not Bowser. King Koopa.
King Koopa.
King Koopa. So
that's what I said because I was watching it with my little niece, and she said, "It's Bowser." I said, "Is that King Koopa? He's the king of the Koopas." She corrected me and said, "He's the king of the Koopas."
Okay.
And I was like, "Is that hey?" And then I said, "Is that Princess Toadstool?" And then she said, "That's Princess Peach." Right. I was like, "Well, where the fuck is Toadstool?" So I had to actually, while I was watching the movie, I Googled it. Toadstool is her last name.
You have to know the Mario lore. See, I
had to look it up. I wasn't as deep into the Mario mythology as I thought, but it's Princess Peach Toadstool.
and plus the song, man, the song.
Oh Jack
Black's song. I heard it, got stuck in my head. Matter of fact, that song was like number 4 on iTunes for like about 4 weeks when this movie came out. So. It was sold left and right. So I was like, yeah, and people even still wanted to be nominated for an Oscar. The song, just for original soundtrack or whatever. So we don't know if Jack Black shows up as King Koopa, playing piano. Hey, we won. So
now, did you see the after credit scene?
Oh, when the after credit scene, just him doing the song again, like the second.
No.
Verse? Oh,
no, at the very end.
Yoshi. Yeah.
Yoshi, the Yoshi egg. Yep, that's right.
See, I stopped playing the games after that, so I'm not really invested in Yoshi as everybody else is. So that's cool.
For Christmas, I got a Switch.
Oh, did you? What are you talking about this Christmas?
Yep. This Christmas, yep. So I'm all prepped and ready for when that G.I. Joe game drops on the Switch. I'm prepped. I'm ready for that shit.
So what game are you playing on there now?
Donkey Kong Country.
There.
So it came. Yeah, it came with like a 3-month subscription to the Nintendo Live or whatever, the Xbox Live of Nintendo. So on there's all those old emulators, the old Super Nintendo, the fucking original NES, the Game Boy Advance. They're all on there, and they all come with like a shit ton of games. So I downloaded a couple of them, and I've been playing Donkey Kong Country last couple days, and I'm having a blast.
Nice.
Retro gaming. That's how I do it. So.
Okay. So I guess on you. So what you got?
Oh, number 7?
Yeah.
Okay. My number Sick. Number 7.
Wait, no. Sick didn't come out this year.
Yeah. Came out the beginning of the year.
Did it? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see.
I saw it in like January. It came on was it Peacock or whatever? It was a Peacock original.
Yeah. And they said it didn't, but I'm let it ride. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I saw it. Well, it was like brand new. Is it like the Megan? Is it riding the Megan line? I thought it was this year.
Either way, it's on there. Awesome movie. Honestly, if it was, technically it would have been my list too. But go ahead. But there's people that don't know about Sick. So yeah.
Yeah, Sick is the slasher movie that takes place during COVID. The COVID slasher movie. Written by Kevin Williamson. Kevin Williamson is back. He wrote a decent slasher flick. It had all the tropes, and it was. I had a blast. I watched it multiple times. Had decent kills. Cool storyline. And it kind of it took me a trip down memory lane of COVID. Hello, is that there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, did you drop out, or did I drop out?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Well,
did your table fall? Okay. Yeah. So no, Sick was a lot of fun. Like I said, the COVID slasher. I saw it. The beginning, I maybe it did come out. Maybe it's technically a 2022 movie, but I saw it the beginning of this year. But it would be on my top 5 horror movies this year. So
it was a great movie, especially the end of it where they were talking about remember that scene where she was asking for help? The killer's coming after me.
Yeah, it's in the car.
Yeah, and she was like, "You're not wearing your mask."
Yeah, that was great.
Oh,
and like the kills. The kill scene, like there was some brutal kill scenes, like holy shit. So yeah, I had a blast with this movie. It was great.
Okay. So Eli, since you don't know what I know, I just did some technical difficulties. So here's the thing: my computer crashed. However, I'm on my iPad.
Okay.
I've outsmarted the system. So yeah.
Okay.
We're still going. Hackers. We're still good. Yeah, I've hacked the system, so we're good. So no matter what happens, we're good. All right. So what do we got now? Okay. What are we
number 6?
Okay, yeah. Number 6. We are. What is number 6? Okay, this when the list gets shitty. This when people are gonna just click off when I start doing the shit. But that's okay. So, is it here? It's here. My top 6. Number 6 is. Let me go ahead and say. Fast X. Yeah.
Oh, I was actually gonna say The Flash.
No. You know what? The Flash was gonna be my number 10. I remember Megan was on the list also because I was like, should I put this Flash in there? Like, you know what? Nah. So yeah, Fast X is on there. The reason Fast X is on there is because it was just a fun ass movie. Now I know Fast X is gonna be on a lot of people's worst movies of the year, and that's because I guess I don't know. They don't get it. Fast and the Furious knows what it is. It knows what it wants to be. It's not trying to pretend to be anything else than what it is. And it's just trying to have fun. It's not taking itself too seriously. It's just trying to be just a crazy action movie with a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of crazy stunts, Vin Diesel overacting, and that's what you want. And just like you said, the Mario Mad Max scene was one of your favorite scenes of the year. Well, the Rome scene was one of my favorite scenes of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just there. It was just them just doing stupid shit. Vin Diesel basically outrunning a nuclear bomb in a Dodge Charger. I like, okay, this shit's stupid as hell, but it's just fun. You know. And on top of that, another thing, a scene stealer was Jason Momoa. So Jason Momoa, yes, for people that weren't paying attention, he was playing the Joker. That's basically what he was playing the Joker. So, and honestly, Jason Momoa as Joker sold me on it. I was like, okay, I'm all in. So, now, like I said, one of the problems that I had about the movie is that it's just like you said about Spider-Verse, that it was sequel bait and they saved the ending for another movie. They did the same thing in this one. Like, instead of just making one movie, they're trying to extend this shit as long as they need to. We could have just made a movie, just been done with it. You know. Also, I didn't say this in my original review of Fast X, that it's funny to me that Jason Momoa and Alan Rickson, the Jack Reacher guy, the new guy.
Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah.
Yeah, both of those were the villains of this movie, and both played Aquaman. So I don't know if that's coincidence, but it just is. So yeah. All right, so there you go. Number 6. All right.
Okay, my number 6 is, damn it, my screen blacked out. Oh, Ninja Turtles.
I was wondering where you're gonna put this on the list.
Yeah. Mutant Mayhem. I decided I really like this movie. I've watched it multiple times now, and I have a blast with it. I know, and I agree with you. I remember you mentioned there's not enough ninjas. There's no Shredder or the Foot Clan in it. But the monsters I love, especially ending when Ice Cube turns into the big giant whale beast, and like, I think that's just dope. It's just a big blob of all these animals slopped together in this big giant, beast. And it reminds me of The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. Like, what if John Carpenter's The Thing made it?
Yeah. The movie what if it's Ice Cube anyway? So yeah. Yeah. I mean, what if John Carpenter's The Thing made it out of Antarctica? That's what it reminds me. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I love Jackie Chan as Splinter. I liked the camaraderie with the kids. The kids made me laugh. I dug this. I really had a lot of fun with it, and I've watched it several times. I own it now, and I've watched it several times. And so, yeah, Mutant Mayhem. I thought it was dope. Nice. Okay. Okay. Is that for me? Oh, I think I'm echoing, but you okay? Echo's gone. All right. So I guess I'm at number 5. To me. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so number 5 is, let's see if I fuck this up. Spider-Verse. We've already talked about it. We've already said what it is. That's it. That's number 5. Like I said, you had it way lower. Honestly, I'm even shocked it even made your list because of the way you talked about it when we did review it. But like I said, the reason I have it on the list, like I said, because yes, it did the same thing Fast X did, and it did the same thing that the other movie you reviewed did. It did sequel bait. Well, you just talked about Spider-Verse. Sequel bait, where it's just saving the ending for the next movie, and that kind of pissed me off. But at the same time, the movie is just damn beautiful. It's the most beautiful animated movie of the year to me. Hell, this decade to me. I can't think. I mean, it's killing Pixar. Pixar ain't doing anything to match this. So just the scenes of it, if you just take a screenshot of anything, it matches. It's just awesome. I know you're saying it's taken away from Miles. I thought it had a good bit of Miles, and basically it was bookended. Gwen, Miles, Gwen. That's how the movie was pretty much structuring itself. And the middle part of it was we got to more of Miles, like life, than we did in the first movie. Like life as Spider-Man. We didn't get too much of that in the movie, but this we got there. Plus, you got your other Spider people flying around here. Like I said, Miguel O'Hara. Yeah, he's there. Awesome. Still love him. Villain, maybe not a villain. We'll see. And it just had a whole bunch of Spider Easter eggs just thrown at your face left and right. Ben Reilly and Spider Dinosaur and all this shit like that. So like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. So yeah, it got me on that aspect right there. But yeah, Spider-Punk was another standout. So even though they had other Spider people in there, it had Spider people that I like in there that were fleshed out when it was all said and done. So
my Spider-Punk, I did a TikTok video like earlier, like a while ago. And because I was reading that Spider-Punk comic. And then I posted a video with a Misfits song. And then once that movie came out, that TikTok vid has like thousands of views. It's like probably my most watched TikTok vid. All because of Spider-Punk.
Oh, because of Spider-Punk. But that's saying, because like I said, because the movie hit, nobody knew who Spider-Punk was. You're the Spider-Punk expert. So yeah, he's going to blow up after that. So yeah. So that's all I got. So yeah.
Okay, top five. We in the top five. My number five is Dark Harvest.
Okay. Now, what is it? Because I don't remember you talking about this.
This is a horror flick. It was probably my favorite horror flick of the year until another one took its spot. But this is it's basically kind of like Pumpkinhead meets The Outsiders, sort of. It's just about a town that has this fucked up ritual where they basically conjure this demon into a scarecrow and let it run around and on a killing rampage on Halloween night, and all the boys in town have to go kill it. They're forced to go kill it to maintain so the crops will grow that year. So it's kind of got a folk horror element, but it also has with a modern twist and shit. But this was really cool. A lot of cool, the creature designs were cool kill scenes, a dope storyline, and I loved it. And it's a Halloween classic. It's another Halloween classic. Go check it out. Like I said, it's like Pumpkinhead meets The Outsiders.
Okay. So where'd you watch it?
I watched this. I rented this. Again, I heard about this, reading on all the horror sites, and I'm like, I'm gonna check this out. And I checked it out, and it's dope. Loved it. Dope ass flick. I can't. Yeah, I can't. I'd like to own this movie, and then bust it out every Halloween season. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. Don't spoil your top movie, because I think I already know what your top movie is, but don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I almost put on the thumbnail, but I was like, nah, that's it's barely not a good. Okay, so we're at number 4 right now, right? Okay, all right, this is where we get weird. Okay, so my number 4 movie is Barbie.
Okay, I have not seen this
because of course it is. Oh, you love it, man. Pink, it's everywhere. Lizzo songs, dance numbers. This is your type of movie. Okay, so why do I have this movie so high on this list? Because honestly, it is just a brilliant movie. It's just a real movie. Like, the movie starts off, it has like some. First off, I thought it was funny. It has some real funny scenes on it. It's a deconstruction of Barbie. It's not just a deconstruction of Barbie. It's actually like a deconstruction of the movie. Is a study on gender roles in society. It really is, and it shows good and bad points on both of them. That's what the movie is really about. So it's not about a toy. No, it's about a concept. Barbie is a concept, and that's what the movie treats Barbie as. The movie starts out about how Barbie as a concept has influenced us, how it may have, and some people think it may have helped feminism. Some people think it destroyed feminism. Some think it's a symbol of capitalism. Some people think it's about a free will. It goes the whole thing. But the main thing that put this movie above everything for me was my boy, Ryan Gosling. Stole the show in this movie, Ken. Because the thing about this movie is, like, since they're doing a movie about gender studies in this movie, of course, Ken is the villain of the movie. And I watched the movie again. I started noticing things that Greta Gerwig, the director of the movie, was doing with this movie. And I was like, okay, Ken's arc is Fight Club. She turned him into Fight Club. Okay. I just realized that. And then at the end of the movie, Barbie was actually saying things to him that Tyler Durden was saying to Edward Norton in the other movie, because he didn't understand. Because the whole point about Fight Club, people that didn't get it, was about toxic masculinity. That's the whole point of that movie. So that's what this movie is talking about, toxic masculinity, but it's doing it in a funny, comedic way where it's not as heavy-handed. So that's what I like about this movie. Oh, what else? It was a point I was trying to make about this movie. Oh, like I said, more about Fight Club, because that movie was about how men are becoming more feminized and they need, or emasculated. They need to do something to make them feel more masculine. The same thing Ken was doing in this movie, how he took over Barbie Land and overthrew the government and started the Civil War. The movie gets crazy towards the end. I'm just saying, you got to watch it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why the movie's so high on my list. Yeah. So
cool. That was number 4?
That's number 4. Yeah.
Okay. My number 4.
3. Okay.
Number 4 is Joyride.
Man, I'm so glad you put this movie on. So you saw this movie. Okay.
I saw it. I fucking love this movie. Okay, I've watched this several times.
It was fucking awesome. Joyride was awesome.
Yeah, I laughed my ass off. I'm so glad that raunchy comedies are making a comeback.
Right. And that movie was raunchy as hell. It really was.
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off during this movie. So yeah, this is Joyride. This is about the Asian women who go basically on a trip back to Asia and get into all these kind of wacky shenanigans, you know.
Yeah. That you expect dudes to get into, but they get into it. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Several like straight up where I was like, you know, struggling to get to my breath because I was laughing so hard.
Easily the funniest movie of the year. Easily.
Yes. Yeah, like this movie. What's that movie with was it No Hard Feelings with
Honestly, I wasn't feeling No Hard Feelings. I don't know if that's on your list or not, but I wasn't.
No, it's not. But like that had some, that had that those type of movies, the adult oriented, you know, raunchy comedy,
R-rated comedy, you know, hard R, yeah. So
Strays, with the dogs and shit. I had a good time with, you know. But yeah, Joyride.
Did you see Bottoms?
What did I see? What?
Bottoms.
No, I have not seen that. I wanted to see that though. Did you see it?
I did see it. Yeah, I can't remember what I saw it on Prime, something like that. But yeah, it's basically female Fight Club, and it sounds crazy as hell, but that's kind of the point of the movie. I heard. I wanted to see it. I heard about it, but I. But the thing is, I'll just spoil the plot of Bottoms real quick. Basically, the whole point of that movie is that they start like this women's movement. These two lesbians start a women's movement so they can have sex with the hot women. That's the whole point. I was like, that is fucked up, but that's not the point of the movie. But yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I like. I like that these raunchy sex comedies are making a comeback. You know, just raunchy, potty, dick and fart jokes, humor is making a comeback. So, and Joyride, holy shit.
Joyride deserved to be a bigger hit in Hollywood because that way Hollywood could be like, oh, we need to do more of these movies. You know, it didn't hit like it should. You know, like box office wise, and people didn't talk about it. But nah, that movie was funny as fuck. It really was.
Yeah, I loved it. And it had a lot of heart too. It was like it had some like, you know, very touching scenes and stuff. It was about friendship but yeah, I was fucking rolling. This movie had me rolling. So yeah, that was my number 4. Joyride.
Great pick. I'm so glad you put that on the list. Okay. Number 3. My pick is where is it? Oh, there it goes. They cloned Tyrone. That's number 3.
Oh shit! I totally forgot about that.
Had to put that on the list. Because we had a long conversation about that movie on there. Just about, and a lot of people kind of missing the point of the movie. But it wasn't just about the point of the movie or the political message. It was a funny ass movie. It was a great movie. You had Jamie Foxx killing it. You had John Boyega showing him why he don't need the machine to be a name because he is killing it in every role he's in. Tiana Paris is great when you give her good material. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, awesome movie. I really recommend everybody watch the movie because it pretty much tells you how that pretty much everything around you is subliminal messaging to make you. Like I said, I know we argued about this, Eli, but like I said, I do feel like that there's a lot of programming in our entertainment and our food and our messaging, everything like that. They're telling us to do certain things. They tell us who's the best musician. They tell us what's the best. You know, all this shit. You know.
Yeah.
So
I mean that's the radio is just basically telling you who to like. Whoever's popular, they're gonna shove that song down your throat because everyone else likes it. So you need to like it too, you know.
Right. Even when as far as religion, started talking about religion house program, I'm like, oh, okay. It's in there. But yeah.
Yeah.
So number 3, They Clone Tyrone. You haven't watched it, please go watch it on Netflix. It's there.
On Netflix, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. It was good. My number 3, Thanksgiving.
Number 3?
It's my number 3. It's my number 3, man. Yeah. Thanksgiving, I had a lot of fun with. My favorite this is my horror movie of the year. My favorite horror flick of the year.
I knew it was gonna be a horror movie. Yeah, that's why I was waiting. Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of Eli Roth movies, but he knew what he was doing. You can tell he's a fan of slashers. He didn't try to reinvent the wheel. He wasn't trying to be groundbreaking. He's just a fanboy fanning out and made this solid slasher movie that hits all the familiar beats, follows all the tropes, you know, and it was fun. Cool, really cool kills. And then it had it even had a deeper commentary about the bullshit that is Thanksgiving, you know, by introducing this new slasher, John Carver. John Carver. I was going to say Adam Warlock. John Carver is like a founding father, you know, an American founding father. What better way to make a slasher out of a founding father.
That's just a cool ass slasher name too. It
Yeah.
rolls off the tongue, John Carver.
Yeah, this country and this holiday that basically celebrates, genocide and slavery, and make the guy the killer, a homicidal maniac killer after a founding father. Like that's genius. I thought that was genius. So yeah, Thanksgiving, my favorite horror movie of the year, and my number 3. So.
Nice. Oh, back away. Okay, number 2. Damn, flying through this list. Okay, number 2. My number 2 movie was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
That's my number 2.
Whoa. Okay. Because so far our list has been like all over the place, but I'm glad we're on the same part now. Like I said, love this movie. It was the best. It was the best Marvel movie this decade. Best post end game Marvel movie we've had so far. A lot of heart. It's still funny. That's the thing about it. Everybody played their part. It wasn't just like the Chris Pratt show. Everybody, even the lesser characters, really don't get a lot of time to shine. Everybody had a moment in this movie. I love what they did with Gamora. Gamora is no longer just a teen mom. She's more Gamora like she is in the comics, where she don't take shit from anybody. She's not just, Chris Pratt's love interest. She's her own person. I love that shit. The direction of it, the soundtrack of it, the action of it, just awesome. So the bad guy, their best bad guy since post Endgame, even though they're shoving Kang down our throat, this was the best bad guy.
Yeah, he was an asshole.
Yeah,
he's a piece of shit.
That's what you want. You want a piece of shit asshole villain that everybody can take down. It was Rocket's story, because Rocket is my favorite Guardian. Always has been. Yeah. So and we finally got an origin story from him. So yeah, like I said, I can keep talking about this movie, but like I said, it was a movie. It was like James Gunn's swan song, his last thing he did for Marvel. He's out, so that's how you go out.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like ditto, basically.
Okay.
Like, I loved this. It's like, the whole comic book thing, the comic book fatigue. Yes, what he said. There's no comic book fatigue as long as the movie's good. And this was great. I love this movie. Yes, it is the best Marvel movie I've seen in years. Yes, the best post-Endgame movie. All what you said. I agree with everything you said. I love that it was about Rocket. I love Rocket too. There's a lot of heart in it, and yeah, I'm basically piggybacking on what you're saying. I'm basically saying what you said. So yeah, I love this movie. I mean, yeah, the action, the fucking, action scenes were dope. I thought the scene where, I actually choked up a few times in this movie, but the one scene that got me was when Mantis and Nebula are arguing over when she's talking about when she's ragged on Drax, and they're talking about don't be mean to him. He's funny and all that. He's stupid because she's saying he's stupid. All he does is make mistakes. No, he's not. He's funny. And I just I have a kid with special needs, and that really hit home for me. And I just thought that was a great
and
scene.
You can see how it affected Drax. He was like, that's what you really think of me, And then that's why, and she mind wiped him.
Yeah,
to make him not think about what she just said. So
yeah, so that was such a great moving scene, and yeah, I love this movie. So yeah, my number 2.
But even Drax had his own moment also when they showed him that he's a dad at heart. That's his strength. So
yeah, and it was also a way to. This was like the final goodbye or the final send off to the MCU that we know and that we love. No, this is the final movie with all those characters. This is James Gunn saying that's done. That first 10 years or whatever it was of over 10 years of movies, that those stories are done. It's time to move on with new characters and new stories. And that's what I felt like this movie was. It was a send off. We're saying goodbye to the old and in with the new, on to the next. So I thought that was really well done.
So yeah, awesome movie. Shit, is it back on me?
Yep, number 1.
Oh, damn. Okay, number 1. What do I got? Okay, number 1 movie of the year 2023 is, drum roll please. Bam. I'm gonna take it a little bit further. This is not only the best movie of 2023. Godzilla Minus One is the best movie of the decade. I'm saying it right now.
Sure. Yeah, that's my number one too.
Okay,
it's my number one.
It's gonna be when I saw Thanksgiving was so low for y'all, like, okay, maybe he's saving it, So
yeah.
We've talked.
This was great.
Also, since Tetris is our number one stream movie on Spotify episode, this is number two. People love hearing us talk about. People love hearing us talk about Godzilla -1.
No shit, Godzilla versus Tetris. Who would have thought?
Yeah, weird combination, but that's 2023 for you. So so like I said, the movie was awesome. You care about the human characters, and see, now that you've seen the movie, Eli, now I can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to spoil anything for you, though it's a Godzilla. How much can you spoil? But it's just like the human spirit. Matter of fact, I've seen it again since then, and I liked it even better the second time I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So watching it in IMAX, watch the symbolism of it. Like I said, the guy went through it, and you can almost say like Godzilla is like a metaphor for all these things. Like it may be the ghost of the soldiers of World War II, that's giving him survival guilt. Like you can say all those things about the movie. And one of my favorite scenes in this movie was when he was in a fighter plane by himself fighting Godzilla. Now, normally in any other Godzilla movie, like, oh, that guy's toast. Fuck him, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
But in this movie, that scene seems so powerful. I'm like, the guy has no chance. He's got the biggest nuts in the world getting a fighter plane fighting Godzilla, and you're like, I hope he wins, even though he can't.
Yeah,
which is the fact he can. So yeah.
But it was also his redemption because he was an ex-kamikaze pilot who everyone was ragging on. That's what's so fucked up. They all ragged on him for like ditching not wanting to follow through with his mission. I thought that was so fucked up. Like, we lost the war because you didn't die, you fucking bitch. Like,
the war is going to lose anyway. That's the thing.
Yeah, I thought that was so fucked up, and to put that pressure on that guy, you felt so bad for all these characters, And that's what I loved about, because they did that flashback when he's like, when they're building that plane and shit. It's like, okay, press this button to arm the bomb. So I'm thinking, oh, he's tricking that guy. That's actually the eject button. So that's what I thought was going to happen. But no, it wasn't. Like, no, he chose to live. And I like that more. Like, oh, the guy tricked him into living. No, he still chose to live. And I think that's like the most powerful message. That's the message of this new Godzilla movie is that survive as hard as things get. And we've been through a lot. Just come together as a community and move on and keep moving forward. And I thought that was just a great message, because I was thinking, Godzilla's been around for like 70 years. Like, why does this movie hit? Why is this one hitting with everybody? And I thought, well, because we've been through so much ever since 2020. It's been a shit show, We've collectively, as a global community, we've been through a lot, and it's like a waterfall of crap just keeps happening to us, and that's what Godzilla is. Godzilla is all the turbulence in this fucking chaotic world, and how do we get through it? Is by coming together, uniting, and being a community, a united community. That's how we get through this shit. How we get through tough times is by coming together. I thought that was just a great message. So yeah, I found it very moving. I teared up multiple times in this fucking.
I told you. It's a Godzilla movie. It was like...
Yes, we're fucking crying during a Godzilla movie. Like what the fuck, man?
Right.
So, yeah.
And people don't understand why the movie is called -1. That everything Eli said is the reason why. Because the thing is, Japan was set to 0 because of World War II. World War II fucked them up, so they're trying to rebuild, and they're trying to rebuild as close as they can. But Godzilla always saying "fuck your shit" and wreck their shit. So even though they're back to 0, Godzilla is taking them even lower than 0, -1. That's the movie. Godzilla's trying to set them even lower than what they were before, and that's what everything Eli just said. That's the thing. We've been trying to bounce back and come back from COVID, and like I said, there's nobody went through 2020 unscathed.
No,
so,
we're still dealing with it.
We're still dealing with it. Everybody got fucked up some kind of way. We all have shared trauma from that one. Like, if anything, 2023 might be like the first year fully that we finally feel like we're getting back to normal. Like we're getting there. But up until then, we've been getting our ass whooped. 2021 whooped our ass because we over then. Some of us still getting sick with COVID. Some of us, it was always something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's why this movie finally hit with it. And it was also a commentary. It felt like it was a commentary on Japan because they were, I mean, I feel like the film director was critical about kamikaze pilots back in World War II. Like, no, this is right. Matter of fact, it's a criticism on the heroic sacrifice trope in Hollywood.
Yes, those
Tony
old
Stark, those old Bruce Willis and Armageddon.
Yes, totally. It's total like criticizing. They're being critical of that mentality, that nationalist bullshit patriotism, where like you must sacrifice yourself for the country, for your nation, and give your life to the nation, and like that's that old way of thinking. That was what got people to go to war, and that's what you could totally tell that he was totally critiquing that way of thinking, and one of the most powerful lines, like I said, I think we posted about it when he said, not going to war is something to be proud of, because wars suck. Like, why most wars are fought for basically to keep rich assholes rich,
right? And they're just throwing away the poor, whoever they can. They just don't care. They just chess pieces to them. So, no. And another thing about this movie was another thing. Like I said, this movie. Notice there was another movie that wasn't on my list. Oppenheimer. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so another movie on my list was Oppenheimer. Like I said, I didn't put Oppenheimer on the list because I'm never gonna watch Oppenheimer again. It was cool, but I'm never gonna watch it again. I'll watch Fast X again, but not Oppenheimer. But the thing is that this movie feels like the other side of the coin to Oppenheimer. Like, if you've seen Oppenheimer, people are like, well, what happened about Japan? What happened in Japan? This movie, as weird as it is, almost feels like a commentary, or at least a piece of history on Japan post World War II. Even though it has a giant, lizard monster in it, it's still dealing with post World War II Japan. So it's the opposite of what Oppenheimer did to them, because at the end of the day, that's what Godzilla is. He is symbolism and metaphor for nuclear war, for foreign powers invading them.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So,
So, it was a great flick. And as a Godzilla fan that since I was a kid, I think it's awesome that people are now discovering how cool Godzilla is. I've seen so many TikTok videos and so many, like, all of a sudden these think pieces saying shit that I've known all my life. Godzilla is a metaphor for this and that and war and nuclear weapons, blah, blah. Like, yeah, you're getting it now. It isn't just dumb monster movies and with guys in rubber suits. No, it's that too, but it means so much more. And that's why he's endured for, like I said, going on 70 years. And I think it's awesome that he's back in the zeitgeist and people are discovering him now. There's a new generation. He's still relevant after all these years, so I'm stoked,
So, like I said, that's our top 10. I will reform the list later on, put in the comments. I'll make probably a graphic, something like that, so you'll know whose movie or who loves what movie and whatever like that. But yeah, so can we move on past that now?
Yeah.
So, like other stuff, like
honorable mentions, like I said, John Wick, Megan, Sisu, that John Wick in the fighting Nazis movie was pretty cool. And yes, I didn't see Killers of the Flower Moon, but I did see The Unknown Country, starring Lily Gladstone, who is in the Scorsese flick, but she's in this movie, indie film about a woman on a road trip, mourning a family member, and it's just a really sweet tale of self-discovery. So I got it there. I'm back on
with that, Eli. Now you got your credit back.
Yeah.
They were going to cancel you at first, but now, okay.
Yeah, they'll let me back in the grand entry at the powwow. So,
okay, I'll give one honorable mention. I guess I'll give one. The Blackening. I'll put that in there.
I didn't see that shit. Fuck.
It's on Stars, man. It's on Stars. Okay,
I don't have Stars. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Now the reason I didn't put The Blackening in my top 10 because I felt like it was a movie that was based on a premise, but they didn't have enough movie to fill out the premise. Like the first half of the movie was fun. I mean, the first beginning of the movie was funny, and it was funny, but the middle part was like, okay, we got to fill in the movie with other shit. So the movie kind of dragged in. But when the movie was doing what it was doing, I like, okay, this shit funny as hell. So yeah. So
yeah, I got to see that. That's one. Like I said, there's so much I didn't see. But yeah.
Okay. Now TV show. We're just gonna just rattle off some TV shows. We're not gonna do like a top 10 shows. Just Eli, just name some shows you like, and I'll name some shows I like, and we'll kind of.
Yeah, well, I mean, Res Dogs was the final season. I wish it could be funnier, but the episode, the Deer Woman episode, gets it just for that. That single episode was one of the coolest things I've ever seen on TV. I wish it was gore. The horror fan in me wants it to be gorier, but hey, it's Hulu. What are you gonna do? But yeah, that episode of Res Dogs with the deer lady was great. Great example of indigenous vengeance. So that was dope. Ahsoka, just cause.
Okay, so you did put Ahsoka there. Okay,
I did get it. Yeah, it got a little murky in the middle episodes, but I still got pretty much what I wanted. Yeah. So Ahsoka, Abbott Elementary. Like the only new show I really watched.
Yeah, okay. I didn't put that on my list, but it deserves to be on my list. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like this year I didn't watch a lot of new shit. I watched Rebels. I rewatched Rebels. I binged Superstore like over the first couple months of the year. So I didn't see a lot of like newer TV shows. Especially Ahsoka. I read the Ahsoka comics and Ahsoka books. I was so hyped for Ahsoka. That's what that's probably why I was a little disappointed. I overhyped myself. Like I read the Ahsoka novel. I rewatched Rebels.
And that's why I think I liked it better than you, because I went in with no knowledge. I just went in fresh as a baby's ass. And I was just like, just watch this show, see what it is. And I enjoyed it. I was like, you give me Star Wars, I'm good. So, but Abbott Elementary, I think, is a lot of fun. So, and then I got Superman and Lois. Lois. Since you naming my shows anyway, so I'm just put that on.
I think that was one of the best. I think the best Superman and Lois season. I think it really hit home for me.
Honestly, it was probably one of my best live action interpretations of Superman that last season. Like, period.
Yeah.
Ever. There was so much stuff they were doing on this show. They're like, oh man, I love this.
Yeah, and Lois dealing with cancer really hit home for me. I found it hard to watch at times. So again,
I knew it was going to trigger some people. Just the fact the bad guy he was fighting, Bruno Mars. Like, okay, he's fighting this drug lord. But at the same time, this drug lord is putting this blood money into the community. How do you take down a guy like that?
Yeah.
Especially
it was a great
money he's putting in the community is saving your wife.
Yeah. You totally understood why. And then the son and the daughter, like a great soap opera.
Yeah.
like it was. Yeah, everybody was utilized. Everybody got to shine. And then yes, of course, the Doomsday fight that we it was still a cool fight, but we didn't get it. That was a cool fight. We didn't get to see who won, and it's a cliffhanger, but it was still a cool last fight.
Right.
So yeah, Superman and Lois was dope. And I think my favorite show is This Fool on Hulu.
Oh, you did tell me about this. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that shit's funny. Funny as hell, hilarious. About like a Mexican like punk rocker dude who works for like a nonprofit organization that rehabilitates like ex-gang members. And they make like cupcakes, and then they start making coffee, and it's fucking hilarious. It's funny as hell. So yeah. Okay. This Fool.
All right. Any other shows, or I'm gonna just rattle off?
That's just 5. That's just my 5. Yeah.
Okay. You named 5 already? Okay. I didn't know. Well, anyway, I'm gonna just name some shows. I don't know if I got 5. I don't know if I got 20. I'm just name some shows. Okay. First off, Bass Reeves. Okay.
I didn't see that yet. Shit. Yeah. No.
Awesome show. I was watching the show. I was like, is this show going to be good? Or is this show I kind of like have to watch, for the culture? But I actually got into it. I liked the show. And then there was one scene. Now, keep in mind, this is not historical at all. They made a bunch of this shit up. And that's okay. That is okay. Because one scene that I did like about it because the thing is, Bass Reeves in the show was a ex-slave that became a lawman. But the thing is, he was a lawman. He was catching a lot of people. He was catching a lot of black people. So even the black people looking at him like, man, you're just a glorified slave catcher. Like, you just changed your name, but that's all. And I was like, damn, that kind of hit him. Like, they really fucked with him, like, during the later half of the season when he realized what he was doing. I was like, okay, they go into the psyche of this character, And plus, it's an old school Western. If you like bananas, if you like gun smoke, shit like that, it's like that. Especially when, you hear, gone, get. Anytime I hear some shit like that, a Western sold me. So it's just old school Western. What else we got? Swarm. You did see this, didn't you?
No, I didn't see that. No, you guys were talking. I didn't watch that.
Oh, no. Shit. Okay, I thought you saw that. Okay. Like I said, for those that didn't want to Swarm, it's about this crazy ass Beyonce fan that goes on a killing spree. Not Beyonce, but it's kind of Beyonce. But and it's produced by Donald Glover. So, yeah, if you don't like Beyonce or the person they stood in for Beyonce, she kills you. You name anybody who's your favorite artist ain't her, that's the thing. But the thing is, the show was doing so much excuse me, so much like real life commentary. Like it was taking like real life episode, like when a fan bit Beyonce, they had an episode of that when it was her. It didn't happen, but it just saying it happens, thing like that. It was the episode where these 4 strippers killed this guy. That was a real story that really happened. So at the end of the day, this was really Atlanta season 3.5 or 4. How long did this show go? I don't know. Whatever.
Was it three seasons?
3, I guess. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But if Atlanta was on, Atlanta need to be on here. I can't remember if Atlanta ended in 2022 or 2023, but it need to be on here too. The last season. So yes, Swarm was awesome. Please watch it. It's like 6, 8 episodes. I can't remember how much it was, but I don't know. I was into it. I binge watched it in one sitting. It just went. Time flew by when I watched that show. What else we got? Winning Time. Got to put Winning Time on it. They ended the season. It's done. They ended the show. I guess if you said it cost too much, whatever like that. It basically showed the next season what was going on with that one. But the main thing I liked about it because we finally went into the greatest TV villain of this year, Larry Bird. He was so fucking awesome in this one. Every time Larry Bird stepped on the screen, it was I don't know if I heard like villain music or some shit, but it was like it was there. You know, like they had these tall stories about him where he tried out for his college team and scored 40 points in like work boots and jeans. I don't know if that happened or not, but they said it happened. And then in the finals, when he beat the Lakers, and he was playing all these mind games with them, then he looked at the camera and it's like, I got him. I'm like, damn, that's a fucking villain right there. So, like I said, Winning Time, love it. What else I got? Twisted Metal. Got Twisted Metal.
Yeah,
I watched it again. I watched it twice. This is just a funny, crazy, insane show. Anthony Mackie finally made something I like him in. And hey, Sweet Tooth carried the show. I was like, hey, I love this show, man. I've watched it a few times. So,
wasn't that Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth?
That was Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth. So yeah. Another show I like. It was a lot of Peacock show I watched. Poker Face was another show I loved also.
I've heard people talking about this, but I never saw it. So.
It was made by that Ryan Johnson, the dude that made the Star Wars movie that everybody hates. Turns out he's actually an awesome, filmmaker. So yeah,
he can make good movies.
It's a TV show, yeah. But Poker Face is a crime drama about this girl that the reason I call it Poker Face because she has the power to always know when you're lying. So if you're saying I didn't kill this dude, she knows it. She just knows it because you can just tell by a face expression like that. And you know who she is. She's that cute girl that got that really fucked up voice. That girl.
Yeah, Natasha Lyonne or
her. Yeah. So the voice fucks with you the whole time when she's talking. Like, damn, man, why you sound like you 80 and you smoke all the time and shit like that? But it's just what it is. So the only thing I didn't like about the show is that they tell you who the killer is ahead of time. So you already know. The whole point of the episode is kind of her figuring out how it got to that point. But great show, Poker Face, watch it. So Ted Lasso. Let's talk about Ted Lasso. Love this show. It ended. It's done. And I like it because he is the nicest guy on TV, and everybody is trying to break him. Everybody wants to make him not the nice guy that he is, but he is the nice guy he is. And the thing is and a lot of people didn't like the ending because they said the ending wasn't what they expected. But I liked it because at the end of the last episode, he got everything he wanted. He became the most famous person in England. They were going to pretty much promote him to like his own club. He was going to be a millionaire. He left all that behind to go back home to his son because he felt like his family was tearing apart without it because he was in England. His family was in America. So we show him in the very last scene and he's just teaching his son, soccer. And he looks in the camera. He got like this sad look on his face. Like, damn, I kind of fucked up. I love that ending. Like how much he sacrificed because he was always sacrificing for other people than himself. It's just him, even to a fault. So yeah. And my favorite show of last year, The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't watch this. Yeah, I missed this one.
Have you played the game?
I like a long time ago. I never beat it, but I played it.
Then you watched it because it was the game. That's why I almost didn't put on because I liked it, but I hated it much time. Hold on, what's we got here? Girlfriend. Yes, but no, was she?
Yeah, she was in American Pie. She's in Detroit Rock City.
I remember Detroit Rock City. I remember that. I don't remember her in American Pie.
Yeah, she was like the friend that one of the friends. Yeah.
Okay, probably. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. But yeah, so that's the name. So The Last of Us pretty much recreated the game, which I and a lot of people agree that's the best story in a video game. Like I said, it was adapted to a TV show. Pedro Pascal played the role awesome as Joel. Like I said, it was faithful to the game. They didn't try to change up shit too much. It played exactly how you expect the game to be, which kind of made me, tune out a few times. Go like, oh, I know this is going to happen. I know this is going to happen. But everybody else on Twitter and watching was like shocked, like, oh, I can't believe this shit happened. Like, yeah, I knew this shit was going to happen 10 years ago when I played the game. So, yeah. So, I don't know. That's what I got. What else we got? We got any kind of other
comics? I got comics.
Okay, go ahead. Names of comics. I'm gonna just right off the top of my head what comics I got. But what you got?
Let's see. My list is screen blacked out. The Incredible Hulk, the new run of Incredible Hulk is dope.
Okay.
I got Titans. Tom Taylor on the new Titans run is dope. Benjamin Percy killing it on Ghost Rider.
Sure is. Ain't had me.
Yeah. Yeah. Where Monsters Lie. That's that one horror book about the neighborhood of slasher villains and shit. I thought that was a lot of fun. Kind of ended. I'm hoping it continues because it went away about 4 or 5 issues and then kind of ended. And then my number one, my top spot is that Clobber in Time. Steve Scroce or whatever his name is. Dope ass art about the Thing, teaming up with all the villains and the Hulk and Wolverine and then eventually Doom going after that one villain through the multiverse and shit with just dope ass art. So yeah. Those are my top spots. Of course, I would have put the Transformers. It's only 3 issues, but that's just
it's been highly rated. But
Daniel Warren Johnson killing it on the on the new Transformers. It's only 3 issues though, so I didn't include it, but it would be had it gone longer. That Duke, that number that came out. If we were gonna talk about comics, Duke number 1 was fucking dope.
Okay, so I'm hearing about Duke number 1. So yeah.
Yeah, and of course, the Nightwing, Tom Taylor's Nightwing, still a lot of fun, So yeah, those are my books.
I'm gonna hit some highlights, just what I got. Okay, probably my favorite book this year. It's funny. I know you didn't care about this book, the Godzilla versus Justice League, but only issue 2. Only issue 2.
2 issues.
That's only. I think they had more than that, but I only cared about issue 2. Superman versus Godzilla. They finally answered the decade-old fight. It's finally done. It's canon. You can't argue about it no more. It's done. That's it. Godzilla will wipe the floor with Superman. It's canon. DC wrote it. That's it. That's why I like the book so much. Another one, a book I'm digging that I wish we could have reviewed more. That Santa Claus and Batman. That story just gets crazier and crazier the more I read it. I wish I could have reviewed the last story got crazy also. What's another one? Blade.
Oh yeah. Blade's been dope. Yeah, Blade was dope.
Yeah, especially the first issue. What else we got? The last issue of The Punisher. Frank
the new one with Joey Santos.
Frank Castle.
Where he goes. Okay, Jason Aaron. I didn't read that.
Just the last issue. I didn't read the rest of it when he was leading the hand. Just the last issue when it kind of like wraps up what Frank Castle is. I was like, okay, that's a good wrap up. That's a good ending for that character because we don't know if we'll see Frank Castle again. Hopefully we do, but we don't know.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. What else we got? I hate to put this on there, but I got to put this on there. The Spider-Man one where Kamala Khan died, even though it was a fake out. We know it was a fake out. But it was a thing. It was a thing. So that's all I got as far as that. Yeah. What else we got? Hold on. What we got? The gay love stories. What?
Is the best episode?
Of
what episode? What's
this is the wrong podcast for that, Jake. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I watched. It was
what did he have a gay episode? Oh, the Nightcrawler one. I'm gonna put the Nightcrawler on there too. That may not be what he's talking about, but that was a gay love story also. The one where Mystique and
or Mystique is a dude or
Mystique
whatever.
is his father. Yeah. I know that's not what he's talking about, but I'm putting it on. No, I am your father. No. Anyway, what do we got? Okay. Let's talk about. Oh, you gonna talk about albums? You gonna talk about albums real quick?
Album, but yeah, I got plenty of music. I mean, it's mostly metal. But yeah. For metal, I got Hell Ripper. They're like a thrash band. Raiders, another thrash band. I put out a dope ass album. Death metal, I got As in Hell, was a fucking dope. Rotten Sounds, a grindcore band. I got the new Suffocation was dope. Godflesh, industrial metal. Some punk rock, I got Illiterates. Their little 7-inch was a lot of fun. 10 minutes, no all killer, no filler. So that was cool. In and out. And Gel is, I love this band, Gel. Their new album was dope. They're a hardcore punk band. Gunship. I love Gunship. Their new album dropped this year. I'm a big fan of synthwave music, that 80s style synthwave. That's what I listen to chill out. That's what I listen to when I'm writing. And Gunship, it's been like about 4 or 5 years since their last album. They put out a new record this year, and it's great. They did a cover of "Send Me an Angel" from the movie Rad. I don't know if you're. I'm going deep into 80s shit. But if you're an 80s baby, you know the movie Rad about the BMXers. You know the song "Send Me an Angel." They did a cover of that, which was great. And then for hip hop, I got Czarface, the new Czarface, Artificial Intelligence.
Yeah, what was it called again? I forgot.
Artificial Intelligence.
Artificial Intelligence. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think these guys have ever put out a bad album. Like every year, it's like almost every year they put out an album. They're like Griselda. Like those motherfuckers like shit out an album every weekend. Like
right.
But yeah, Czarface, total nerdy hip hop. Fucking that one have you heard it? Have you heard the new Czarface?
I still haven't heard the new Czarface. I heard.
Oh well,
didn't they have another one that came out this year?
They had like an EP or something.
Year? Yeah, Zarmageddon. I think that came out. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a song on this new album where he goes through the alphabet and names off a bunch of Marvel heroes through the alphabet.
Okay, now you sold me. Now I got to check it out.
There's another one he's talking about his comics in my mom's basement and shit. Like it's total like, that's what Czarface is. It's Inspector Deck from the Wu-Tang. Esoteric, is that his name? The other guy? And then 7L on the beats, and they just rap about comic books and movies, comic book movies, nerd shit, total geek hip hop, So yeah, and like I said, they've got like 10 albums, and they're all dope. So yeah, those are my albums.
I'm not gonna list a whole bunch of albums. I'm gonna just list one that I think everybody's listened to. Killer Mike, go listen to it. Got
that was
Grammy.
good.
Probably won't win it, but it needs to win it. So that's what I'm gonna nominate. What else can we talk about? We talk about that. We talk about that. Video games. Let's talk about video games real quick. So the video game section. Okay. So like I said, I played a bunch of video games. I didn't like any of them. I played Street Fighter. I know I gave Street Fighter like the greatest game of all time. I hate that game now. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the deeper I got into the game, the more I realized that it's not classic Street Fighter. It feels like it's something else, and I don't want to learn that. I'm too old to learn that shit. So, yeah. Starfield, we already know how I feel about Starfield. We're gonna talk about that. That's it. What is another game that I bought? I can't remember.
Spider-Man. Is that on the PS?
Spider-Man. I didn't play it because I don't have.
I didn't play that either.
I don't have PS5, so
neither do I.
I'm pretty sure that's the top game of the year, but I don't have PS5, so I can't play it, so I can't put it on there. So it is what it is. So that being said, the number one game of the year for the comic book bullies is this: NBA 2K 24. There you go. That's all I've been playing. That's what I'm stuck with.
Oh, yeah. Did Gran Turismo, is that not on your list?
I don't have a PS5.
No, the movie.
Okay, I'm glad you put that on there because I rewatched it and it didn't crack my top 10. The reason it cracked my top 10 because yes, the action scenes and the race scenes were awesome. But when I watched it again, I watched like the drama scenes. they don't hold up. That kid, I don't like that kid. So it knocked me down. No, okay. Jake, you a banned. Okay, next.
What did he say? I didn't see what Oh yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, I heard it. Like, no. All right, so that's my thing. So yes, NBA 2K, best game of the year. I didn't put Gran Turismo on the list just because, like I said, the kid. But it is honorable mention. It is honorable mention. So if we want to do honorable mention, we'll put that on there. So yeah.
Yeah, I watched that just to see if it would make my, because you had held it in so high regard that I gave it a whirl, and it didn't make my list either.
Yeah, I mean, when I watched it again, I was like, because sometimes you watch a movie, it don't hold up like they did the first time. Some movies are better the second time you heard it, and it was like that. But like the action scenes, the racing scenes still held up. It was just like when it wasn't racing, it went to the drama. I kind of like, okay, get back to the race, get back in the car, where Tetris held me the whole time. I was in Tetris the whole time, like regardless of what they were doing. So
yeah, Tetris was cool.
Yeah. So basically, Gran Turismo didn't make my spot because Tetris knocked it out. So that's all we got. And yes, I'm sorry, I only had 2 comic book movies to make my list. I know I'm supposed to have the entire list on there.
Black Adam didn't make your. Did that come out?
They didn't come out this year. It would have, but it came out last year. Well, the year before last year.
The Flash, Blue Beetle didn't make it.
I was not high on Blue Beetle like everybody else was. Blue Beetle to me was a TV movie. That's what it was.
Yeah, I watched Blue Beetle. It was fine. I thought it was fine.
It was fine. That's it. I know a lot of people like, oh, this is the movie is good. Like, no, it wasn't.
That one native dude, that villain was that native actor. So I got a shout out to that at least.
Oh, was it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that Raul Trujillo. He's a native actor who pops up in a lot of. He wears buckskin a lot. So that was cool to see him not.
Cyborg, so yeah.
Yeah, it was cool to see him not wear buckskin for a change. That's my Blue Beetle review.
Yeah, I think
the native didn't wear buckskin.
Right, he said he was a cyborg. So yeah. Oh man, but that's all we got. We got anything else or?
No, that's it. I'm listed out.
I'm listed out also. I did everything I could. Yeah, actually, like I said, the computer did freeze up on me, but we kept it going. We never stopped. Some of you caught what happened, but some of you didn't catch what happened, so we're gonna keep going from there. Next week we'll hit you with something else. I don't know what we got. We're gonna go back to comics.
What if? I should probably talk about the What If episode next week. So.
I haven't seen. All right, so you're gonna talk about the What If episode or episodes?
Probably the episode. At least mention it.
We're gonna talk about What If, the whole thing next week.
Oh, the whole thing. Damn it, I gotta watch all of them.
No, you can watch that one episode. I'm talking about the other shit. So because I haven't seen any of What If. Yeah, okay. I haven't seen not one episode of it yet. So I'm gonna watch the whole thing probably tomorrow, and we're gonna review. That's next episode. What If, and we're bringing comics back also.
And Echo drops what next week or something? Echo comes out.
I think the week after next week.
Yeah,
I did the research.
Echo, yeah.
Don't worry, we're gonna do an Echo show because I know you they pissed off at you for not watching Killers of the Flower Moon, so we're gonna get you back in.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see what Jake got here. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you, Jake. Okay, you're back in, Jake. Okay. No Secret War. Fuck no, not that.
Secret War.
He's talking about Secret.
Oh, Secret Invasion. Yeah, no. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch that thing. I didn't watch any of the Marvel shows. I didn't watch that.
Yes.
Didn't watch Loki.
Loki is on my list. Loki's on my list.
Okay. So, yeah. I didn't watch that
I just forgot about it. But yeah, Loki's on my list. So, yeah.
Cool.
So that's all we got.
Right.
Like I said, if you listen as long, different, like, share, subscribe. If you listen more than 30 seconds, you have helped us out with the algorithm. And shout out to us because Eli, we've been putting in work last year. Like our engagement is up.
Cool.
We now have a comment section. now the thing is, I won't say like as fans like that because they do call us a bunch of assholes and shit, but that's okay. They're actually responding to us now. It's funny that we say some dumb shit and I see that ja, so oh, we're going international. Okay, cool. But then I see Pendejo, and I'm like, oh, I know what that means. Okay. But that's the thing. I feel like last year, 2023, we finally put a dent in this podcast thing. So now I don't have like the same 5 people asking me, "Oh, you got a podcast?" Even though they asked me the same shit a month ago. Now they're asking me, "Oh, what did you talk about on your podcast 2 months ago?" So they know we do stuff now. So which is a step, a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all for listening. Even if you don't like our opinions.
Right.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's one.
Yes, and if you want to call us pendejos, thanks for the engagement. So
yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Until next time, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.